So why doesn't a community stand up for its heritage? I don't know that. My guess is because it's not taught. My guess is because people aren't paying attention to, hey, history isn't what Random House tells us in a textbook. History is the histories of the families that lived in a particular area.
Yeah, I think the better answer is they don't know. That's why it's not taught. Because from what I found out is, I made the assumption that politicians know the history of their lands, and I've never been so wrong about an idea. And I think that because they don't know what to really teach. I ask politicians, why did George Washington have to have this land? I'm getting a cue here. You know, I had wanted to show some more clips, but we won't have a time to do that because man, I did ask Tony Burrows about the whole idea of the relationship between a person's family genealogy and the individual's self-esteem. Mm-hmm. Because when I asked the question, I couldn't put together in terms of why that would make you feel good. And he broke it down to me by saying that you have a chance to see what your family or your people, the contributions that they've made, you know, to a community or to a nation or what have you. And I think that that's an element that's lacking. And but Fort Wayne, people know about the rivers, and people know to a small extent about Chief Little Turtle. But I just can't. There was a battle that took place a few blocks down the street. We never celebrate the battle. You know, I asked you this question before. How do we re-energize? Is that something that we have to approach the school board or city council? It just seems like they promote everything in the world. The library gets its fair share of promotion, but they don't promote the Miamis who are here, who defeated the Americans. You know, you don't defeat Americans, but the Miamis did. More casualties took place because of Little Turtle defending Fort Wayne, this land here, Kikianga. I mean, that's in history, in U.S. history. I mean, somebody cares so much about our land here. I mean, that's a fact that so many people died for this land that's now called Fort Wayne. And people don't know that around Fort Wayne. You know, I think that would be a great source of pride because, you know, to know that, man, that's where I lived at, you know.
Right. My pretty pedestrian answer to your very complicated question, I mean, it's a great question, Eric, but my pedestrian answer rolls right back around to what I really believe passionately in my heart, and that is if we focused more on local and family history, if we, in our schools, focused more on, well, let's find out what really happened in Fort Wayne between the libraries, social science and humanities department, our genealogy center, and the history center over on Barr Street. Mm-hmm. All kinds of knowledge, all kinds of information, I should say, not knowledge, but information, waiting for people to gather and create knowledge about this area based on all of that information. I think we need to continue to light the spark in people who want to do family history, because people who do family history also do the history of the locales where their families lived, and it's that spark which catches and like, wow, there is an amazing history, as you just articulated in summary, an amazing history here in Fort Wayne, way beyond just Three Rivers being here. But the Three Rivers are important. Mm-hmm. It's why the Miami were here. It's why the French were here. It's why the English wanted to be here. It was a great trading place. It was a great place of commerce, great place of society, if you will. Why don't we teach any of our young people about the Mississippian culture that was here thousands of years ago in the entire mid part of the country? The mound builders, I mean, almost devoid of any mention in textbooks. There's rich history. How do you find out about that history? I think one of the best gateways is to begin exploring your family history and see how your family fits into the local history. It's one of the best ways. I'm not sure, Eric, you can mandate that people be interested in history. In fact, I'm quite sure you'll be unsuccessful if you mandate it. We all must know history. I think our system of teaching history in the schools has shown how inadequate mandating certain knowledge is. How many people graduate from high school or from college with an undergraduate degree in history that know all kinds of historical details? Precious few. The majority of them are happy if they don't have to take any history courses like my oldest son was. How do we change that? I think we change that by getting people interested in researching their family history, and you see how that history plays in the community. That's my best guess at taking a stab at that.
Well, I'll tell you what, again, I feel more enlightened. And now I did know that, to answer your question there, is historians have a tendency to tell history, but not sell history. So the historians need more sales courses to put the fire and enthusiasm back into the facts of why this is important. Because a teacher can connect the stories to the people, but they're not doing that. They're just more focused on, we got to pass this test, right. And that's where it is. But Curt, I appreciate your coming down, because this is going to be part of a series. We have many more comments from people who I've had a chance to talk with about genealogy, and I think that having put that stuff together here in Fort Wayne at that summit, it's just beautiful. And hopefully, when we put all this together, they'll appreciate it. Are they going to be coming back to do another summit here? Because the West is still West, the East is still East, and we're still right here.
I definitely hope so. We're actually planning an event that we hope will take place in October of next year, 2011. So stay tuned for Frost, the Gazette, the New Sentinel, the libraries, media outlets. I think we'll have something really spectacular in October of next year.
Well, Curt, thank you very much for coming
Eric.
down and sharing time with us, because I think that this is a subject that people are interested in, but they don't know enough about the intricacies of genealogy. And that's what we tried to do today, was to share some of the intricacies about genealogy so that you can bring yourself on down here, talk to anybody in the genealogy department staff, because they're friendly and they want to help you. So thank you all for watching tonight's show. Good night, and God bless you.